You want to really impress your family? Make them this. Arby's beef and cheddar, homemade buns, smoked beef, all three sauces. I'm Michael. Welcome to Dinner at the Big House. Let's go. Okay, we're going to start with our meat today. This is eye of round. It's going to be a really quick cook. I've already got the fire started. We're going to season this up. We're going to get it out there, and I promise you, you will not be able to beat this meat. Okay, this isn't going to take very much trimming. All we want to do is just get this fat cap off. You could leave it if you wanted. We're going to smoke this to an internal of about 135, and then we're going to finish it over an open flame. The fire that I have started, we're going to just sear it really good and get a good cook on the outside. So we're just going to go through here and get as much of this off as we can, the silver skin. The nice thing about this eye of round is, if you notice, all of your grain is going this direction. We're going to slice this paper thin in this direction. So we'll be able to cut across the grain, get something really soft and velvety. It's a finished product. I haven't eaten at Arby's in a long time. And even when I did, I really wasn't a big fan of the beef and cheddar, but this sounded good, and I'm going to make it and see what we can come up with. And I will promise you this cut of meat is going to be much better than the homogenized product that they probably use. And that's supposedly, I don't know that. Okay, that should be about what we want. I'm gonna take off one of these gloves to keep it clean. And just basic salt, pepper, and garlic. Can't go wrong with that. And we're just going to get it really good. It's a good big piece of meat. I don't think you can over season it, especially when it comes to the pepper. Get it really good there. I tell you, if you're looking for something that's really easy to do, man, this eye of round is the way to go. Or you could do a top round, bottom round if you wanted to. I've made jerky out of bottom round before, but they're all really good. Now, let's just say you're asking yourself, well, Mike, why would I do this? I don't have a smoker. No problem. If you don't have a smoker, this is what you do. Get your gas grill or your charcoal grill, whichever one you got. Get half of it lit, and the other half you're just going to cook on for the first, couple hours. Check your meat whenever you get to your internal temperature, then you're going to cook it over the open flame. Now, the trick to this, if you want that smoked flavor, all you're going to do is you're going to make, if you have an old pie plate, or I make them out of foil sometimes, put that in there, fill it full of wood chips, and put it over the open flame while your meat is on the cool side, and just keep an eye on it and keep replacing it, and you will be able to get a good smoked flavor on there in a way that you probably wouldn't think is even possible, but I can tell you it is. I've done it many times. Okay, we're gonna get this on the smoker. Like I said, it's gonna be a really quick smoke. 2 hours is what I'm guessing. I'm going to probe it to make sure that I keep an eye on it. And sorry for saying that, but we're gonna do our buns from scratch. We're going to do our cheese sauce, our Horsey sauce, and our Arby sauce. So we have a lot to cover today. Let's go. Okay, we got the meat out. We got it seasoned, we got it probed. Smoker's running at about 250 back here. We're gonna cook it on the back until 135, 140. Should only take a couple of hours. Big side towards the fire. Let us bake. Let's make our hamburger buns. First, we're gonna start off with 480 grams of lukewarm water. 20 grams of yeast, 60 grams of sugar, and 7 grams of dough conditioner. We're gonna let this just sit for a minute and get a little bit frothy, and then we'll start adding our other components. Now we're going to add 1 beaten egg, and 65 grams of olive oil. Now we're gonna add 20 grams of salt. I'm trying to keep up with the recipe as I do this. Now we have 950 grams of bread flour. I'm not going to add this all at once. I'm going to go ahead and add, this is about half of it. I'm going to add this in, and then I'm going to just start incorporating. Now you can see here, and this is going to be a very hydrated dough. I like hydrated doughs. They're a little bit harder to work with. Now we're going to start slowly adding in some of this other flour. And the hard part here is just trying to get your gluten to develop correctly. And one of the things that I have noticed is I can do kind of a 15-minute fold on this. As I put it back here, I have a perfect place in the kitchen to proof. It's underneath the under counter lights, so it's very warm, and even if the house is a little bit cold in the wintertime, it works perfectly. And what I'll do is I'll cover it in film, and then I'll come back every 15-20 minutes and fold it and let that gluten start to form a little bit more cohesively, and also inject air into the dough. Works really good with pizza dough. Friday nights is pizza night here. And you can see now it's kind of starting to look more like dough. When I start working this with my hands, I am going to get some water, and I would keep my hands wet. And what I've learned is that it's always better to keep the dough wet than to add more flour. When I first started really trying to figure it out, when my dough is like this, I would keep adding flour, and I would get a real heavy dough. The more hydrated it is, the lighter and fluffier, in my opinion. And I do tend to get messy with this, so bear with me. And you want to knead this for about 5 minutes once you get, 8 minutes until you get kind of the gluten formation. And you can test that by, doing the window pane test. You just want to continue just pulling that over the top. And I don't, in my experience, and this is just my opinion, I have never had a problem with the dough being too hydrated. Harder to work with, yes, but I tend to get a much better consistency of the gluten formation. Now, I'm going to fight the urge to put more flour in here. I'll probably have another half a cup if I guess, just because I want this to be a real light and fluffy bun. And again, this is just what happens when it starts going. It starts absorbing all the moisture. Yeah, you can see it now. It's kind of starting to release a bit. I don't know if you saw it on that last pass. Yeah, see how it's kind of starting to come back now? You'll see a big difference here as we go. Okay, we'll get my hands cleaned up and I'll get this covered, and then we'll go on to our next one. One of my favorite things at Arby's is the horseradish sauce, the Horsey Sauce. I do a horseradish for my prime rib, that type thing. I love it as well. I like really hot horseradish, which I get online. So this one's not going to be, because I'm sharing this meal with my family tonight. So we're gonna start off with half a cup of real mayonnaise. Sorry, quarter cup. Recipe will be in the description. And if I forget, please like and subscribe if you're so inclined. That was sour cream, I'm sorry. A quarter cup of sour cream, quarter cup of real mayonnaise, about a quarter cup of horseradish prepared, grated horseradish, about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. Get that mixing. We're going to add just a dash of lemon, and you can kind of do this to taste. I mean, you could just throw this together using the things that you like a lot. Get that going. And just do a pinch of black pepper, maybe 2. Okay. Just a bit of salt. Perfect. Some people put apple cider vinegar in theirs. I don't prefer that. So that's done. We have our horsey sauce. Been about 15 minutes. Let's just give this a real quick turn here. We're just gonna pick it up and fold it over. Yeah. You see how it's kind of starting to come together? Velvety is the word I guess you would use. Now we can make our horsey sauce. We're gonna go in with 1/2 cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, about a little bit less than 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and some cayenne. And that's all we're gonna do right there. Just let that just come together. So we're gonna fold one more time, and then we're just gonna let it go. You can see it's already really starting to rise. Much less sticky now. Overall, I mean, it is going to still be a very sticky dough. And I will put some flour down whenever I roll this out. But yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. What do you think, guys? It's pretty, it smells good. Okay, we're gonna let this go for probably another hour and a half, just until it gets up in good size, and then we're gonna roll it out. You could portion it, and then we're gonna put them on a tray, let them proof for about 30 minutes while we get the oven warmed up. We still got the meat on. We're gonna have to do our cheese sauce. We're gonna have to slice that meat once it rests, get our buns baked, and then we're ready to eat. Okay, let's make our cheese sauce. I have 4 tablespoons of butter ready to go. It's melting right now. Secret to doing a roux like this, or any white gravy, any kind of gravy for that matter, is you want to have an equal amount of fat to your flour. So we're gonna go in with 4 tablespoons of flour. You just wanna cook that to where it's no longer raw. So now we're gonna go in with some half and half. This is almost a quart. I'm not gonna use all of it in the first pass, because I hope if I need more, I can add it. Now we're just trying to get all the lumps out of it. Turn our temperature up. We don't want to scald this, but we do want to cook it. We want to get it up to temperature. I can tell I'm going to need some more milk. And you can tell that just by the thickness of it, because as that flour starts to soak up the moisture, it will start to thicken. You can see there, we still got some lumps that we want to get out. There we go, it's getting there. Okay, you can see how thick that's getting. Let's go in with our sharp cheddar cheese. Turn it down a bit more. I don't want to scald it. Now we're going to go in with our easy melt. This is American cheese. Okay, now we're going to add a pinch of pepper, a pinch of salt. Get that incorporated, then we'll taste. Perfect. So there we have our cheese sauce. You could make nachos out of this too. That sounds good. Well, you can see this baby has risen. So we're going to get this portioned into our buns, which we're going to do at about, I don't know, 120, 130 grams. Get rid of that. Now we're going to, I don't have a flour sieve, so I just use this strainer. Works pretty well. Turn that upside down. While I was waiting, I washed all those dishes. Oh my goodness. It is just not good. Get some flour. Keep it on my fingers here. I know this seems like a 103. I know it seems like it's still pretty damp, which it is. 128. Perfect. Just set that aside. Get better at the guessing of this. You'll see, once these things have a chance to bake, they'll be just so light and fluffy. $117. 127. Close enough for my math. Or as some would say, close enough for the girls that I run with. I have the rest of my flour here. I'm gonna take this, just give it a good dusting on the bottom. And before we bake these, we are going to do an egg wash on them, and we're gonna put our onions and poppy seeds. Okay, there we go. We have our buns. Kind of shape them here. Because now they're going to rise for the second time. Should be about 30 minutes. Last chance to get them in the shape that you want them. Perfect. Okay, we'll let these rise and we'll get them in the oven. Our meat is almost ready to come off. And our buns are ready to go into the oven. We're cooking at 375. Because I have two pans, I'm going to cook them for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to take them out, egg wash them, put my onions and poppy seed on them, put them back in and finish them off and let them cool. It's been about 10 minutes and one battery failure. So let's get these out and get them egg washed. As you can see, I'd already egg washed one of these. Now we're gonna go in with our onions. And these are dehydrated that I've just soaked in water this morning. And some poppy seed. I wish you could smell these. Man, they smell good. Let's get them out. Look at them bad boys. Oof. Okay, so I said we tempt them. There should be between 195 and 200. 206. Perfect. Dare I say perfect. Okay, we're gonna get them on this rack. We're gonna let them cool. We're not gonna cut them right now. We'll cut them whenever we get ready to make our sandwich. So we'll get these. Okay, it's really, really windy out here, and I apologize for that. We're gonna grab this real quick, and we're just gonna sear it over the open flame. We are temping right at 140, which it's still gonna be pretty raw, or rare in the middle. Rare, sorry. We have our two eyes around. And this is not going to take very long. Let's get these off. Look at that. Perfect. We have our beautifully toasted homemade buns with onion and poppy seed on them. So we're going to add our Arby sauce, and I realized that I said Horsey earlier in the video. Now we're going on with our Horsey sauce. We'll go ahead and get this on a plate. And we'll put on our smoked roast beef. And our cheese sauce. Come on now. I don't care who you are. That just looks good. Let's try it. Well, that bun is squishy. Wow. It's been a long day, a lot of different components, but it's worth it. I promise, try this at home. Get a good cut of meat, smoke it, grill it, make your hamburger buns, make your sauces. You can't go wrong. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.